What up, people? Thank you all very much for tuning in to another beer review. It's Beer Monster O'Clock. And for this one, I've got one by the Austell Brewery, of course, based in Cornwall. A friend of the channel, has done this one, Babbling Beer Reviews. And I've not seen it around this way until I popped in Asda the other day, and I see it was only like £1.10, £1.20. Can't remember the exact price, but it was around that price. So I thought I'd give it a go. It's not the sort of drink I would normally drink, to be fair. It's only 3.4% ABV, this one. It is a bottle of Cornish Best Crafted Ale. But yeah, I thought it's only cheap. Let's give it a go. And it's a great brewery, isn't it? St Austell's Brewery. They do make some fantastic beers. So if there's ever going to be extremely weak bitter that I'm going to enjoy, it's probably going to be this one. So let's give it a go. It's nice to try sort of different things out as well, and not always go for 9%ers and stuff, you know. Being healthy. Yeah, 500ml bottle, this one. As I say, it was just over £1. You can't really complain, can you? Let's crack her open. Oh, got myself right in the titty. Well, let's chuck her in the glass. Let me know if you've tried this one, guys. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's any good? Have you tried it on tap? As always, these kind of bitters are a lot better off the old pump, aren't they? But, you know, some of them will right out of the bottle, and hopefully this one will be. There we go. As I look at the beer in the glass, it looks all right. Got a nice sort of tanned head on there. It's a nice sort of reddish brown colour. Amber then, I suppose, really, isn't it? Amber sort of coloured beverage. Yeah, decent looking head. Got some carbonation flying up the glass there. Don't look too bad. Let's get the nose in there and check out the aroma of this Cornish, what's it, Best Bitter Crafted Ale. 3.4% though. Alright, let's get the nose in. Don't smell too bad for such a weak beer. Nice malty smell. Toffee and caramel sort of, I think it's more toffee, but sort of nice toffee malts in here. Smells quite traditional. Earthy hops as well. Perhaps a touch of grapefruit. I think it's grapefruit. There's something in here that I think is going to give it a little bit of a bitterness as well, which is a bit of me. So hopefully I'll like it. Let's chuck her down the neck. Cheers, everybody. Bosh. Okay. It's not bad. First impressions, it's really not that bad. You've got to remember, I say 3.4% ABV. Of course, it's not the most flavoursome beer in the world. But for the ABV, there's actually something really smashable and quaffable about this. This is a good beer for your session. You know, you're out, you know, you're with the lads or whatever, and you're going to have a lot of beer. And you don't want to have to go home early because you're too pissed or whatever. You just want something that's nice and easy to drink. It's a sensible ABV. Or perhaps you just want a couple of cheeky pints and you've got to drive a bit later or whatever. Then this really fills that gap really well for me. For the ABV, the flavour's okay. Again, for the ABV. Let's go again. Let's check out the mouthfeel. Mouthfeel's a little watery, but that's to be expected. That ABV, I think it's quite a watery mouthfeel, but I don't think it's particularly watery for the ABV. The same as, like, you know, it's not the most flavoursome, but for the ABV, it's perfectly acceptable to me. You've got some nice maltiness to it, some more hops coming through actually on the taste rather than the aroma. It's good. It's got them nice sort of old school toffee malts to it. Nothing strong, but it's just enough there just to remind you are drinking a beer, even albeit a really weak one, you know. It's very, very refreshing. It's like creaminess to the mouthfeel. It's quite smooth, you know. I'd imagine on pump this would be a really nice sessioner. It probably wouldn't be the beer I would drink. I would go for something stronger even if I am sessioning all day. But some people can't drink that much, can they? So this would be perfect for those people that can't drink too much. Perhaps a bit of a lightweight. Get yourself a nice tasting beer here. And it's cheap as well. Cheap as chips. There's a nice earthiness on the hops coming from the back end. It's actually more hoppy than it is malty for me. Earthy hops and sort of grapefruit style sort of bitterness on the end. Really nice bitterness, not a strong bitterness, but a pleasant finish. Just balances the beer out really nicely. No real linger or anything like that. But you know, again, for me, everything with this beer, you got to consider the strength of it and the price, and taking everything into account. I think they've done a really good job, personally. Of course, it's not the most amazing beer in the world. It's certainly not the most flavoursome, but just, you know, considering the ABV, I think it's a perfectly acceptable beer. I'd rather drink that than an alcohol-free beer from the ones I've tried. That's for damn sure. Nice little dryness on the end as well, like accompanying that bitterness. The finish is the best part about this beer for me. It is a nice, moorish, really refreshing bitterness. I like it. Would I buy it again? It's a big one, isn't it? Probably not, because it's just not my thing. I'll just go for something stronger. But I certainly wouldn't turn it down. If someone went in, there you go, Ad, there's a pint of Cornish best or whatever, I'd be like, sweet, no worries. I'll just have to drink a lot of them if I want to get pissed. That's the only downside for me. But, you know, all in all, taking everything into account, the price, the strength, flavour, bang for buck, I think it's worth a buy personally. If you're looking for a beer this sort of strength, I think it's a very good beer. In the grand scheme of things, probably not a great beer, but for a low ABV, this has got a lot to offer. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, for me. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this review. And thanks for watching, guys. Smash that like button if you've made it this far. Really would be appreciated. And consider subscribing to the channel for more beer reviews most days of the week. And till next one, guys, as always, bye-bye, darlings.